So how cool would it be if I was driving down the road and I could get alerts about my favorite teams that would pop up on the XM satellite station? So I'm going to show you how to set it up to where to alert if your team's playing and even tell you the channel in case you want to switch over to it. So once you're on just a general screen, you're going to want to go to the settings button up here. Now once you've selected settings, you're going to go to sports notification setup, and I'm going to select this. Now you want to add your favorite teams. So you can see that I already have one in here, but I'm going to add a secondary one so you can see how this works. And then you select from whatever league you want. So I'm going to select college basketball because I know that Arizona is playing right now. And this way I can show you how it works. So if I go to Arizona and select it, right? So I've selected that. Now I want to make sure my notifications are turned on. So I go to game notifications and I turn it on. So immediately you see this pop up here. This is letting me know that there's a game going on. Now if you want those, you're always going to want this sports flash to be on. So make sure this is turned on. Now, once I have these on, you'll notice when I go back and I have my regular screen pulled up, you're going to see a 1 up here, a notification screen. So if I click on that, it immediately pulls it up and lets me know there's a game alert going on. I can hit open, and it'll flip over to the game that I want to see here. So now I got my game on. So here's a simple but easy trick for your passport. I'm walking out, let's say it's 100 degrees outside, and I want to roll down the windows before I get there. If I press the unlock button once, twice, and 3 times and hold, you'll notice, entire time I hold, it cracks my windows down, and it also throws my sunroof down. Now, once I get out here, let's say I'm like, you know what, I'm actually not going to stay in the car. I am going to need to put those windows back up. Well, I'm going to show you a trick for that too. So what you're going to want to do is pull your key apart to where you want this piece off, and you're going to need the key inside. So how to do so is on the back, there's actually a little switch, and it's covered by this sticker right here, but you push it and you can slide the key out. If I put that key inside and I turn it once and then twice, it'll send them back up so long as I'm holding the key in. And what you'll also notice is it'll close my roof also. Here's a fun little trick. You ever wish that you could have one of your mirrors angle down when you're backing up? Well, I'm going to show you how Honda set it up. So right here on this tab, you'll notice I can push to the left or the right, or I can keep this centered. So if it's in the center, it's not going to it's not going to drop down either mirror. But if I push it over to the left, and I'll show you when I throw it in reverse here, it'll automatically throw that mirror down. Now, if I switch over to the other side and flip it, it'll flip that mirror down instead. So just a quick tip in case you want to do that, make sure you have it pressed to whichever side you want, or in the center if you don't want it to do it at all. So here's a nice fun feature connected to your door locks. You ever get halfway into a grocery store and wonder if you locked or didn't lock your doors? Why don't you set the car up to where when you get 10 feet from it and you have your key with you, it automatically locks? Let me show you how to do that. So we are going to want to come over to the home screen, and we're going to go to settings. Now under settings, we want vehicle. Now when you get under vehicle, you want keyless access setup. So I'm going to select that, and then you are going to see on here a few different things you can select, but at the very bottom, walkaway auto lock is what we want. Currently the default setting on every Honda is going to be disabled, but if you enable this, now when you get 10 feet from the car, if you have the key with you, it'll automatically lock the doors for you. So when you're driving down the road, you'll notice there's a fuel efficiency light up here that'll light up green or fade to white. You can turn that on and off, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to show you how to turn up your alarm settings for Honda Sensing and down. So this is a twofer. So let's come on over here to the touchscreen, and we're going to go to settings. Now once we open up settings, we want to select vehicle. Now when you're under vehicle, let's show you a couple different things here. So you can scroll around and see a lot of different things, but what I want to go to is meter setup. Now under meter setup, I'm going to scroll way down here, and it's at the very bottom, you'll see fuel efficiency backlight. Select that, and now I've turned it off so you don't have to worry about it lighting up green and white in case that's distracting. Now while we're over here, I want to show you a secondary thing, adjust alarm volume. So this is where you can set your Honda Sensing sounds, turn signals and whatnot, and make them louder if you'd like. So right now they're set to mid. I can turn up to high, hit save, or low, hit save, and I'm good to go. So Honda has this beautiful clock with a background, but it'd be nice if you could customize it, right? But I want to show you how to do that. So if I go up here to settings on my clock, if I can click on that button, it's going to give me the option to go to clock faces. Now from here, you've got some different options you can pick, and you can use one of Honda's, or you can add more. How to do that, you want to put a USB drive down here with some images on it. I believe mine are 650 by 350 to give you an idea for the dimensions of it, and then I can select a file to transfer. Once I've done that, I can pick my image, so we'll pick this one right here, and hit OK. Now I can select it. I'm going to transfer it over, hit continue. Once I get it transferred over, now it's going to add it to where I have the option to add that specific image. Hit save. If I back out now, and I go to my clock, now anytime my clock pulls up, I've got that image right there. So Honda gets you your classic storage space in the back of a Honda Passport. So we all know that you can open this up and you've got storage to use right down here. And then if I flip this up further, this is where my spare and my funnel is in case I need to siphon gas. But did you know what this is for right here? Honda thought of everything here. If I pull this out, let's see if I can do this one-handed, and pull it off the hook, it's actually set up to where I don't have to hold this open. I can use this to hook right up there, and it'll hold it open for me. Now the second thing I want to point out is this storage unit, let's say I was going to throw some ice down in here and some drinks. How am I going to get that out to drain it? Well, there's two tabs right here, and if you undo them, which I have them undone, so I flip them like this, now I can slide this entire piece out. So I can pull it out, wash it off, and then throw it back in. Or, if I was the kind of guy who was into adding subs and things, I could completely remove it. Now I have space to use to place a subwoofer in here, run an amp, have it nice and hidden, still have access to it and allow it to receive air. So just some things to consider if you decide to purchase a Passport.